guys, Juzzie Smith here. I just wanted to show you one of my favorite finger picking patterns and just how you can use this on all different stringed guitars or stringed instruments. But I'm going to break it down and just show you. I'll play it quickly on my Cigar Box guitar here. This is it. So the pattern is, it's going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I'm calling my fingers 1, 2, 3 like this. So my thumb is 1, index fingers 2, and the middle finger's 3. So I'm not using these fingers here. So it's going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And if you add that up, 3, 3, and 2 equals 8. And like when you think of beats, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you put the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that equals 8 because you got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that's 8 notes there. That's why this pattern works well, but it sort of adds a groove to the sound. So check this out. So go 1 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and it just adds a cool feel to it. If you can tap your foot while doing this, that's such good practice because you'll feel it feels a bit wacky. But just tap your foot. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Picking pattern. You try not to think of your feet tapping. That's just automatic after a while. If you ever get a music teacher telling you not to tap your foot, leave them quickly. Because it can be a part of your band or part of your act. Because it's so good to keep your body flowing with the beats and the music inside you. So I'm going to show you now that there, I'm just playing a G chord to an F. This is an A to a C. So my Cigar Box guitar is just tuned F. It's like root, 5th root, so there's no third in there. So F, C, F. And so usually it would be A minor to C, but because there's no third, it just sounds good. So that's a good thing about Cigar Box guitar is you can just bar off. You don't have to worry about that being a major or minor. It just sounds good. So now I'm going to show you how this sounds good on all sorts of instruments. So remember those chords, G, F, A minor, C. And remember the finger picking pattern. And now let's go to another instrument and see how it sounds on, say, my electric guitar. Okay guys, so I've got my electric guitar just tuned, standard tuning. And it's going to be G, F, A minor, C. So the way I do G is I just move the F shape up to here. And I'm only going to be playing the D, G and B strings. So just focus your fingers there, thumb on the D string, index finger on the G string, and your middle finger on the B string. And remember that pattern. So that's the shape of the chord, is a G shape. So just think of F moved up 2 frets. So G, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And then you got to move that down 2 to get the F. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Then A minor, nice and easy. Keep the first finger in the lock position. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And then to get the C, just lift that finger up because that's a C shape, but you're not using that note. So you got the. So I'm going to give us a beat. 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Here we go. So start on the G. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, A minor. Then to the G, to the F. Now, because you've got a guitar, there's a lot more strings than a cigar box guitar, you can add the bass notes. So rather than hitting that first note, you can do the little sneaky thumb. So just for the first note, just hit the bass note there, and the rest just is the same. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, bass. So let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then for A minor, you're just hitting the A note, which is there. And then the C, your C note's there. So all I'm doing is adding the bass note on the first beat. So let's try that. I'll play it so you can hear it through the whole way. 2, do it slowly. 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. It sounds pretty when you speed it up. Go, man. And you can just build up and have fun, bring in other elements and just make the song grow. But that picking pattern, I'm going to take you now to the Lapslide guitar and just show you how I do it on my Lapslide. As it's all the same pattern here, just you're doing different stuff with the left hand. So let's slide over to the Lapslide guitar. All right, guys, well, this is a Lapslide guitar. And it's tuned to an open D tuning. Just means you got D, these are all your D notes, and your fifth notes, which is your A's, which is A there, and you tune your B to A. And then you got an F sharp here, which is usually on a normal guitar G. So that F sharp is the one to look out for, because that's your third in a chord, which makes it either major or minor in a sound. So I'm going to try and skip that note and just show you how you can spread that pattern 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 a bit wider. So we're going to get a bass note there, and then we're going to get our root note there, and then I'll put our last finger down here on the B string. So it's going to be that sort of pattern. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And so because it's in D, you got to think of it as G chord is what you want. So you go D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G. Oh, there's G, and then there's third fret's F. So that's how I work it out. So it's going to be 5th fret to the 3rd fret to the 7th fret to the 10th fret. I'll give you a couple of little pointers. When playing slide, you have to have the slide right over the fret. Like these lines here are what determines the exact sound. If you're moving it down here, you're going to be flat, and if you're moving it a bit higher there, it's going to be sharp. And then the right hand's got amazing technique for slide, because you can put your palm here and you can mute it, so you get this sound. So you can hear the first two I'm muting, but the last one is really resonating. So I'll mute them all now with the palm here. So it's all muted. So here we go. So that might be a breakdown section then. And another little tip here is if you're spreading your fingers out like I am on this, you can also, instead of using your middle finger, you can use your ring finger. So you got this 1. So just do whatever's comfy for you. It's all about holding the groove. But you don't want that string to ring, because it will sound like this if you're playing. I'll just give you a demonstration. Sounds nice for these chords, but this one here, it sort of should be an A minor. It does sound pretty nice still, but I'll go into that another day, more about the major and minors and the way it works on the guitar. It does work, but yeah, it's supposed to be not that note. Anyway, I'm just going to jam with this guitar so you can get the feel with me in my rhythm section and just see how I'd sort of, you know, play around with this groove. So 2, 3, 4. Go. That was different. Breakdown. That's how you do that. So have fun with all these rhythms, guys. Experiment. Your fingers are the best, amazing picks ever, because you think of just playing with a pick, you're limited. Think of fingers, you got so many things, and you think of this part here as damping and muting the strings you want to mute. There's so much that goes on with the right hand. It does everything to set up the groove, and the left hand just moves that groove around. So play around. You can play a ukulele, and you can do the same things. I should probably play, yeah, I'll set up the ukulele, show you quickly how doing the same thing on the ukulele works. So this is the ukulele. It's tuned G, C, E, A. I always think of good cooks eat apples. I don't know why, but it got stuck in my head. And the chord shapes are like guitar chord shapes, but this is just fretted off guitar really at the 5th fret. That's what makes a ukulele. So instead of a D chord, that's actually a G chord. So you're just going up, so D, E, F, G. Oh, so G. That's how you know what chord it is. And then I want to get the F chord. That's actually the C shape. So you got the D, and then the C shape, and then the E minor is A minor on the ukulele. And then the G, where you don't have the 2 low strings, is a C chord on ukulele. Might confuse you. I'll explain it more if you want to learn more about it. Let me know in the comments, because it's really easy if you understand one instrument. They all just make sense. So just think of the D shape, to the C shape, to the E minor, and then to the G. And even easier, I'm going to be playing just these 3 strings, not the high one. So it's going to be the picking pattern. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. So notice I only need 1 finger for that one. E minor, nothing. And then G. Nice and easy. So ukulele is probably the easiest instrument out of all of them to practice this on. And I'll do it with a beat. My mistake. Good to keep going if you make a mistake, because it's like you don't lose a groove. Because if someone's listening, they'll go, was that a mistake? Oh, maybe not. But you know it was. just playing around with the rhythms now and bring it back always to the start of the song. It's a nice way to finish. It's pretty. Something so simple but so pretty. You know, what you can do with just getting a groove and making it work. So I hope this was helpful. Let me know in the comments, and yeah, let me know if there's anything else you want to learn, as yeah, I really do enjoy teaching and trying to make, you know, your life easier musically. For me, it's so much fun. So if I can bring fun into your life, stoked. Have fun, guys.